Harold orders the giant soldiers to kill him. That's the scene that we saw in chapter 1152 when Loki and Jarl arrived to the castle. So yeah, we're picking up off of the end of the previous chapter. We're continuing this flashback, of course. We saw that after Harold had accepted the deep sea contract from Emu and became a holy knight and refused to make an army for Emu, Emu just started to take him over and was like, well, you're gonna have to listen to me anyway, too bad. Then Harold figured, oh, I'm just gonna have to command my men to control me, and now he's getting to the point of where he's like, okay, just kill me, as we knew was gonna happen because, you know, as it says, we saw this in 1152, which was like 7 months ago. We've been in this flashback for a while now. Now we're coming full circle with it and coming back to the very beginning of it. Gaban says that Garp told him that Roger has a son. Shanks says then that child is like his younger brother. So obviously talking about Ace here, and technically that is true, I guess, because while Ace is like the biological son of Roger, Shanks is not. He's the biological son of Garling, and I guess Roger is like his adoptive father. So technically they could be considered step brothers in a way, although Shanks never really treated Ace like that, especially when they meet in that flashback, as well as like after he dies at Marineford. Although I guess he just shows some respect towards him because he is Roger's son, but I guess that's as far as it goes. I don't even know why Oda's really including that in this chapter, to be honest. He just keeps trying to shoehorn Ace into like every arc post time skip. Shanks explains that he's an Elbaf to tell Harold to not accept the Knight of God position. Well, you're a little too late for that, Shanks. And also it makes you wonder, like, how does Shanks know that? I mean, I guess he gathered enough information when he was at Mary Joie because, you know, we saw a couple chapters back that he was kind of undercover there. He even got the Shallow Sea contract and became a God Blade, but that's as far as it went. And then somehow he figured out, like, oh, hey, if I go to the next level, then I become subservient to Emu. Which I guess Shanks for sure knows that Emu's a thing now. I mean, we gotta assume that he knew, but I guess this means for sure that he knows. Harold explains to Loki, Jarl, and the giant soldiers that he worked with the government and they betrayed him. Then he asks Loki to kill him and to tell Elbaf what happened. So yeah, it's essentially going in the order that we expected it to. I mean, without there being some kind of huge twist, this is more or less what was supposed to happen. And also, guys, we are less than 1,000 away from 300,000 subs. I think there's only like a couple hundred left. If you could subscribe so we can get there before the end of the year, that would be amazing, guys. I really appreciate it. And also, please like the video as well. Thanks, guys. Harold orders Loki to eat the legendary devil fruit. Otherwise, he won't be able to kill him / defeat him. Okay, here's some new stuff. We didn't know this. I thought that maybe someone was going to try to steal the legendary devil fruit, and that may still happen. At least not in this chapter, though. But Harold telling Loki to eat it because Harold is such a beast that no one can take him without the devil fruit. Especially Loki, who is essentially pound for pound number 2 in Elbaf right now. And it also makes you wonder, like, what is that devil fruit that it's so powerful that it allows him to take out Harold? Because even that shouldn't be enough because, you know, hockey transcends all. Like, if Harold just hockey overpowers it, then the devil fruit is useless. So, like, I'm curious as to why it's gonna make him defeat him. I don't know, unless it just super power levels Loki the same way that the Nika Fruit Awakening power leveled Luffy to the point of where it raised his hockey as well. I guess that's what Oda is getting at here. Ever feel like you're stuck in a bad habit that you don't even think about? Maybe it's something you reach for in stressful moments, while hanging out with friends or just out of boredom. I've been there, and that's why I'm excited to try Fume. Fume is an award-winning flavored air device that delivers great taste without any harmful chemicals. No vapor, no nicotine, just flavor. Instead of inhaling vapor, you simply breathe in natural, non-toxic flavors that satisfy the craving without the downside. It's also great for oral fixation and fidgeting. Whether you're looking to keep your hands busy or curb an urge, Fume's premium wooden design is built for both flavor and function. Fume also offers tons of different flavors, so there's something for everyone. My personal favorite flavor is the crisp mint. It's super refreshing and keeps me feeling sharp throughout the day. And over 700,000 people have already made their switch to Fume as part of their habit change journey. And if you're ready to try it for yourself, now's the time. Because for a limited time, if you order the Journey Pack using my code Zhoniin, you'll get a free Fume topper, an awesome accessory to level up your experience. So check the link in the description or go to tryfume.com patreon.com/Zhoniin, or you can scan the QR code on the screen to get yours today. Thanks, guys. Harold has lost his sense of mind completely, turning into a cruel monster and attacking everyone, including Jarl, who got stabbed in his head. So it's interesting that Pew isn't directly saying he got Dami reversi'd here, because that's what this sounds like, right? Unless for some reason he's not getting Dami reversi'd and him being a cruel monster is just the way that he's behaving. Because we saw in the previous chapter when Emu took him over, he wasn't getting Dami reversi'd. He was kind of just being like, you know, controlled. But it remains to be seen right now. I'm assuming this is Dami reversi'd. Maybe it's not, but I guess we'll find out more if we get the full summary tomorrow, which of course I'll cover. And yes, now it is finally confirmed that the sword in Jarl's head is Harold's, which we immediately assumed was the case because we saw Harold's sword in his portrait when we first saw Harold a couple months ago. We immediately compared that to the sword in Jarl's head. And as for Jarl having this sword in his head, I guess it's so he has like brain damage and amnesia from this event, because otherwise he would have just easily been like, oh hey, Loki's innocent, by the way, stop hating on him and imprisoning him. Shanks and Gaban tried to stop Harold, but it's pointless since Harold lost his mind. That's interesting. So Shanks and Scopper are coming in here trying to help out. Now, I don't know if they're fighting because it says that they tried to stop him, but it's pointless since he lost his mind. So are they just trying to talk no jutsu him? Because I would love to see Shanks fight Harold. I mean, granted, Shanks probably isn't like god tier level strength the way that he is currently in the series at this point, since this is 14 years ago, but he's still probably pretty powerful. Who really knows? But even that is nowhere near Harold, who is like Yonko level or even beyond that at this point. Loki goes into the treasure room to eat the legendary devil fruit. When Loki enters in the room, Ragnir Hammer attacks him. Magazine break week next week, not from Oda. Happy holidays, everyone, from Q. All right, here we go. So it is Loki who is entering the treasure room here. We saw that silhouetted character back in 1152. I thought maybe it was a Holy Knight or somebody coming through the Abyss pentagram, but no, it's just Loki because, you know, we saw that he was ordered by Harold to eat it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're finding out what the fruit is in this chapter, but hopefully in the next chapter, oh man, I really want to know what this fruit is. But Ragnir, the hammer that we saw Loki use earlier in this arc, it's coming in and hitting him. So obviously it works the way that, you know, Mjolnir does in the MCU, and I guess maybe in Norse mythology in general. I haven't really looked into it, to be honest, but I'm assuming it has some kind of magic tied to protecting the devil fruit. That's why it's like attacking him. I don't think it's somebody else using it on him. I could be wrong, but it seems like it's just protecting the fruit. And also when we see Loki come into the castle at the beginning of this flashback, he has like a different hammer. So I guess this is when he earns Ragnir. I guess he kind of has to tame it or something or prove that he's worthy, you know, the way that Thor does. So I suppose he does that in the next chapter and then eats the devil fruit, and hopefully, like I said, we get to see what that fruit is. But then again, I could totally see Oda just not showing us, and we'll just have to wait another 30 chapters before it's revealed what it is. But let me know what you thought about this in the comments, guys. If you liked the video, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.